Hello to all my bonsai friends on YouTube. It's Lee with Lee's Trees, and today we're going to do a little maintenance work on our procumbins nana Semi Cascade Juniper. And this tree is going to be in the club show here in 3 weeks. Because of that, I want to get it taken care of and looking good, and put one tiny little piece of wire on it. And as you can see, I put some gloves on here. The video I shown you before, when it was back in the spring, all nice new foliage and it was really soft and lush, has turned into the green prickly foliage that the procumbins nana is known to have. So most of this is looking pretty good. There's a spot here. You can see it's starting to shoot out in several different directions. So we're going to pick a spot in here and take that off. Let's see, and I'm not feeling too much growing down underneath of it. Let's see, there's probably a little branch in here. Looks like it's going straight up. We can take off. Uh-oh. Spider, come back. Where are you going? Probably should have checked for the spiders before I brought it in. I was looking at it earlier today and I didn't see anything. He must have just crawled on there in the last few hours, or he was hiding really well. See, okay, yeah, that's just some dead foliage there. And yeah, that's all still pretty thick, but we're going to let that continue to grow out. And we're going to let those continue to grow. That we're not going to worry too much with. But I do have a little issue on the tail here, and let me adjust the camera a little for you. I hope that's better. And as you can see, my tail here has got one sprout coming off this way, one going that way, and then one coming straight forward. And of course, I want this to eventually hook back that way. Actually, that's the one piece of wire I'm going to put on, is to take it back that way. So of course, we're going to go ahead and take that piece off. And I'm going to leave that one, since it's already naturally hooking back the way I want it to go, or turning back the way I would want it to turn. We're going to take that one off. And again, since I want that to grow out and to continue to lengthen, we're going to leave that be. And I'm not going to worry about thinning any of that out too terribly much. Again, I don't feel anything going straight down. Don't see anything coming straight off the top of the branch. I know all that is growing straight up, it looks like, but it is off on the sides. And we'll put a little piece of wire on that here in a few moments. And let's see, actually, we can probably take, just because we want to be able to see our trunk there, that one off. Little dead piece in there. Oh, there's a little piece we don't need. I might be able to take that off. Yeah, that opened up the curve of the trunk line a little bit better. Okay, that's just a dead leaf in there. Actually, that whole piece is going straight down, so we can remove it. It's not doing us any good. Let's look underneath here. There's one that looks like it's going straight down. We can get rid of that one. Okay, now to work on our apex. Let's see. The problem is when we get to the apex, we have a lot of bar branches. Our handlebar branches. I have a little piece of growing from the crotch right there. And I actually like having that one as my main first branch. So if we go in order, that would make that my second. So we're going to trim that one. And then, so that would mean that we want to leave something up there and take off a branch there. In fact, there's several right there. That's opening it up a tiny bit. And probably get rid of, let's see. Actually, I'm going to get rid of that lower one, or that little piece there, in favor for this one up here, because I am going to put my bend more right there. You see it already has a little bit of a natural bend. And so we have a little, so of course I have a handlebar and a inside piece there. That's going towards the back. And I want to bring that back up towards me. First, as you can see, we have some growth on the, I said, up next to the trunk there. In the crotch. There we go. I'm not going to worry with wiring those. Okay, so that branch is going more out to the back that way. This one's coming more out this way. So this would be my leader. So maybe I might just take one tiny little piece there off. And we'll put a tiny piece of wire and start to bring that back towards us. Let's see, we can probably take, I see a couple little pieces going backwards here. I guess I could probably maybe put a little bit more movement in that branch. I see now we have these all interfering with each other. You know what, and there is a few branches right in here, even though I know that they're going to be on the outside of that bend somewhat, but they're somewhat interfering with the pot. They're going right back into the pot itself. So I'm probably going to end up having to use one of these. So we'll go ahead and get rid of a few of those there, as well as some of these on the inside of that bend. Let's see, I guess actually, you know what, as that grows out, I'm going to start to just bend this tiny little piece around a bit. I'm going to let that grow out farther, then I'll try to bend it back in harder. But for now, I want to continue to just let that grow. But I will put a tiny piece of wire there and a tiny piece up here, or two. Okay. So, for our leading tail, so let's do this properly. So my closest branch, of course, is up here. For our 2-branch rule. Alright, now I'm where I need to very carefully start weaving through the branches. And try not to pinch anything too bad. Okay, yeah, no, that's tight. That one was loose. Okay. And trying to keep our wire tied against our branch there. There we go. That's don't think the wire has really enough strength to torque it that way. Maybe a tiny bit, but I'm mostly just trying to get that tiny little tail to start turning back that way a tiny bit. Okay. I'm not going to worry with that. As you can hear, I might have a cat at the door wanting to come in and bother me. Okay. So actually, if I put one tiny piece of wire, I can push that down and back to make it a back branch and use my 2-piece rule to bring that back up. I don't need a long piece. Okay, let me turn it front to you there. I've got a little tail of the wire in the back here we'll trim off. Again, this is going in a show in a few weeks. And of course, just before the show, I'll have to oil the pot, get it looking really good, put some moss on it. Got a little piece growing there, but of course I've got other moss to put on the top there to dress it. Okay. So again, a little bit of a trim and a little bit of wire on our Semi Cascade Procumbins Nana. Really glad you came to watch. Thank you for watching, and I hope you'll like and subscribe. Thank you. All right, I realized there that I wanted to do one last spin, so we'll do a quick small spin for you here. I also realized as I was filming that you couldn't really see the top that much, so but there it is. Procumbins Nana Semi Cascade. I hope you like it. Thank you for watching. Actually, I know what you're saying, put the scissors down, but again, I've got a few of these that are going to interfere with the pot there, so if let's just do a little cut underneath. There, that looks better where I took that off there. Actually, we could probably take that. Yeah. Well, maybe I'm not done working on it. I got a long piece of wire sticking out the bottom over there. Should probably end up wrapping back around. Probably put my gloves back on. Actually, we're just going to take one last little piece that's coming back into the trunk right there. Now we're done. Or are we? Okay, yes. Now we are done. Thank you for watching. Please like and subscribe. Thank you.